You do not talk about Fight Club.
Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Wow! Hi everyone, my name's Andrew and welcome to yet another movie reaction out here, delivered straight to you. Nice to see you. Today we have a special one for you, a favorite one for you, one that I love, have seen many times, and I'm here to share with you today. And that is the 1999 movie Fight Club, starring Edward Norton, Brad Pitt, Helena Bonham Carter, directed by David Fincher, and based on the novel by Chuck Palahniuk. What do I know about this movie? Everything. I feel like that's become a bit for me to say that on movies that are favorite movies of mine. I know a lot about Fight Club, but Fight Club honestly is one of those movies that you can watch multiple times and keep picking up more stuff. There's all kinds of analysis that goes into this movie and movies like this, and Fight Club has unfortunately become a movie that's been drastically misunderstood over the years by, let's say, a large group of toxic men peddling toxic masculinity, when I don't think that's what Fight Club stands for at all, nor do I think the people who made it think that it stands for that. I do not think they would have made it if it did. So we are here to watch and enjoy Fight Club today and discuss it. You, me, the people sitting behind you, don't look, and I'm glad to have you here to watch this with me today. What could we say about Fight Club that best sums up what it is? An insomniac in a weird place in his life finds an imaginary friend, and things kind of go off the rails. Anyway, I don't think there's anything more to say about this movie before we get to watching this movie, but before we do, I want to go ahead and be sure to invite you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over on the Patreon right now. There's full-length reactions to all kinds of other movies over there, exclusive television show reactions, all kinds of stuff over there. I hope you go and check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any support that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And that is it, folks. That is all I have to say here on the front end. This is your reaction, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. Let us get to watching 1999's Fight Club. Here we go.
People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden.
You better know Tyler Durden, because he apparently has a gun in your mouth.
In 2 minutes, primary charges will blow base charges, and a few square blocks will be reduced to smoldering rubble. I know this because Tyler knows this.
I forgot exactly how much detail they went into in the opening here. Obviously doesn't mean anything when you haven't seen the story yet, but...
Bob had bitch tits. This was a support group.
That was quite a cut into something to get people to laugh.
No, wait. Back up. Let me start earlier.
Yeah.
For 6 months, I couldn't sleep.
So we Tarantino'd this thing, but we did it twice. We didn't just jump back to the beginning. We jumped back 2 points.
Everything's far away. Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy.
As someone who unfortunately has history with insomnia, I can verify that. Reality becomes pretty fluid and fuzzy.
You want me to deprioritize my current reports, advise of a status upgrade?
Make these your primary action items.
So many just businessy terms, it makes you want to tune out and just go do something else.
I'd like to order the Erica Picari dust ruffles.
If I saw something clever, like a little coffee chaser...
This is 1999. Buying Ikea stuff via call-in order from a catalog. The days before the rampant nature of internet shopping.
I'd flip through catalogs and wonder, what kind of dining set defines me as a person?
What kind of dining set defines me as a person? I think you're already asking the wrong questions.
By the honest, simple, hardworking indigenous peoples of wherever.
I was holding.
This facsimile of an interesting life, of nuance and depth, when there isn't any.
Please just give me something.
Choose some valerian root and get more exercise.
Oh, great. He can't sleep, so you won't give him anything to help him sleep.
Come on, I'm in pain.
You want to see pain? See the guys with testicular cancer. That's pain.
You know, they did make it really fast, to the point that, just like Tyler says later on, or the narrator says, makes you wonder if you even saw it until you know it's there.
Oh, I always wanted 3 kids. She had her first child last week, a girl with a new husband. I'm glad for her.
It's amazing how the whole story changes in that one moment. It's a happy story. She had her first child last week with her new husband, and everything changes.
Lost in oblivion, dark and silent and complete, I found freedom. Losing all hope was freedom. Babies don't sleep this well.
I don't think he lost all hope. I think that he just finally let his emotions out. I mean, this kind of makes sense. You go to places where it becomes okay for you to have your emotions be open and be vulnerable and stuff, especially back before the internet.
To your cave. Step forward into your cave.
Never heard of that one before. Going into your cave. I mean, I heard of it from this, but...
Slide.
Your cave and your power animal. I think it's supposed to be kind of an indictment of kind of the eye-rolly places some of these efforts can go to. Are a little too full of themselves.
This was my vacation. And she ruined everything.
This is cancer, right?
She walks into not only a testicular cancer support group, she walks into a cancer support group smoking a cigarette.
She was a liar. She had no diseases at all.
And he's supposed to be the only liar there. Her lying there, or being a liar in this environment, completely ruins his whole thing. Doesn't she realize that?
I felt nothing. I couldn't cry. So once again, I couldn't sleep.
I almost wish Marla had ended up not being real in a certain way, just in that it would have been like this thing in his mind tormenting him. But she ends up being one of the only real people in his life.
You big tourist, I need this, now get out!
I hadn't slept in 4 days.
Yeah, I think he'd get kicked out of the group if he actually did that too.
Well, I'm still here, but I don't know for how long. That's as much certainty as anyone can give me.
It's a horrible place to be facing down something like this alone.
No one will have sex with me. I'm so close to the end, and all I want is to get laid for the last time. I have pornographic movies in my apartment, and lubricants and amyl nitrate.
I feel like that was originally played for kind of a dark joke, but that's actually really sad. Knowing that you're going to die and just being that desperate for human connection one last time.
If I did have a tumor, I'd name it Marla.
He's a little pouting child in the midst of a bunch of people who are actually suffering.
You feel the healing energy of this place all around you.
And I'm not getting the emotional release I need because Marla is messing it up for me.
Slide.
It's his fault it's messing him up. She's not demanding anything from him.
We need to talk.
Sure.
I like Marla early on, how aloof she is about all of this. She just doesn't care about anything.
I'll expose you.
Go ahead. I'll expose you.
She was so good in this character.
Why do you do it?
When people think you're dying, man, they really, really listen to you
Instead of just waiting for their turn to speak.
Yeah. They're way more alike than he wants to admit. They're both kind of lost and looking for something, make them feel something. At least that's what I think.
I can't cry if there's another faker present, and I need this.
Candy stripe a cancel word. It's not my problem.
I can't cry if there's another faker present. It's like Highlanders, apparently. We can only one of us can be present at any given time.
You take lymphoma and tuberculosis.
You take tuberculosis. My smoking doesn't go over at all.
You can't have the whole brain.
So far, you have 4. I only have 2.
Okay.
She's paying more attention than he thinks she is. She's actually counting. I lost track of what they were talking about.
Hey, you left half your clothes.
He doesn't even pay attention. I mean, not that he would have known. She's stealing laundry from a laundromat, walking across the street, not caring if she gets hit by cars, and pawning the clothes.
I want ascending bowel cancer.
I want bowel cancer.
That's your favorite, too.
Take the first and third Sunday of the month.
Deal.
Marla is somebody that's found her way around all the little dark corners of the world in which she survives and gets what she needs to out of life.
Maybe we should exchange numbers.
Should we?
We might want to switch nights.
Okay.
Just not paying attention to cars at all. How she hasn't been hit by somebody at some point, I have no idea.
Doesn't have your name. Who are you? Cornelius? Rupert? Travis? Any of the stupid names you give each night?
That's funny. It being a joke on that they never actually reveal his name. That his card doesn't even have his name, apparently. What kind of business card doesn't actually have your name?
Ours, sir.
This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
I used to have a shirt that said that on it. This is your life and it's ending 1 minute at a time.
If you wake up at a different time, in a different place, could you wake up as a different person?
And we see Tyler for the first time. Ironically, in a shot where he doesn't even notice him necessarily, but we are introduced to his existence.
The teenager's braces are wrapped around the backseat ashtray. Might make a good anti-smoking ad.
Did you see where the fat's burned to the seat? Very modern art.
Might make a good anti-smoking ad. I mean, I know we're getting the idea these guys have seen so many of these things that they're jaded, but Jesus.
Equals X. If X is less than the cost of a recall, we don't do one.
Which car company do you work for?
A major one.
So, he was narrating all of this stuff, and then we see him talking to her. Are we to believe that he was telling her all of this, even the stuff about Marla?
You know why they put oxygen masks on planes? So you can breathe. Oxygen gets you high. Suddenly you become euphoric, docile. You accept your fate.
I feel like this is the first hint about Tyler. Is this supposed to be the same flight? Because if so, where did the woman go? And how is Tyler there?
You have a kind of sick desperation in your laugh?
We have the exact same briefcase.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the signals that you see in hindsight. Not that you would pick that up on the first watch.
Tyler Durden.
Did you know if you mixed equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice concentrate, you can make napalm?
No, I did not know that. Is that true?
That's right.
That is a weird thing to say to somebody that you just met. And also something to be concerned about if you're suddenly talking to somebody who just starts telling you about how you can make homemade explosives.
Tyler, you are by far the most interesting single-serving friend I've ever met.
It's very clever. As I pass, do I give you the ass or the crutch?
Just thinking about something he says later about who he is to the narrator and how Tyler's dressed. He's in a suit, but it's one of the loudest, just kind of craziest suits you could imagine. I mean, he wears it well.
When a suitcase vibrates, the door's got to call the police.
My suitcase was vibrating.
Vibrate? Or vibrated in the late 90s? I mean, I admittedly don't know much about it, so.
I had everything in that suitcase. My CK shirts, my DKNY shoes.
It really shows his priorities, too. He's saying the brand with each one of his clothing items that he's so upset that he lost.
Or when a volcanic blast of debris that used to be your furniture and personal effects blows out of your floor-to-ceiling windows and sails flaming into the night.
And then he comes home to this, so he's lost everything. So, at least as far as possessions, the slate has been wiped clean as of this moment.
Do you have somebody you can call?
The only phone number he has, except Marla's maybe. Ah, there it was. I forgot. He found it. Burned up in the wreckage.
Yeah, I can hear you breathing.
I forgot that he called her. Oh, how things might have been different if he had just asked Marla if he could come stay with her. Or maybe not. Who knows?
If you ask me now, I couldn't tell you why I called him.
But the conversation about explosives actually makes more sense now, because that's probably what he used to do that to his apartment. So I'm now trying to think about all the things he imagined. No one picked up when he called, but he imagined a phone ringing.
Who's this?
Tyler?
They even have Brad Pitt eating on the phone. They always have him eating in person.
Well, you're not going to believe this.
Oh, he might. You might be surprised how much he'd believe it.
I had it all. I was close to being complete.
Man, now it's all gone.
Close to being complete. You get to a point and you're just done. There's nothing else, apparently. It's not how life works.
I say never be complete. I say stop being perfect. I say let's evolve. Let the chips fall where they may.
See, this is the problem. Some of the stuff Tyler says makes sense, and then some of it, he goes too far. Stop being perfect and never be complete. That's good advice, obviously, especially for somebody looking at his life the way he is. But some of the other stuff we go into is a bit too far.
Things you own end up owning you. But do what you like, man.
That is a good message about consumerism. The things you own end up owning you.
We should find a hotel.
What?
He knew why he called.
Just ask, man.
Can I stay at your place?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did call him out on that BS.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What?
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
I mean, he's had a heck of a day. He lost his luggage. His apartment got blown up. He's going to stay at some random guy he doesn't know's house. And now he wants him to hit him as hard as he can. For no reason, just cuz.
Why would anyone want this job?
Because it affords him other interesting opportunities.
Like splicing single frames of in the family film.
Just scarring an entire theater full of kids for life, just to mess with them. Tyler just wants to create chaos for the sake of chaos.
Apart from seasoning the lobster bisque, he farted on meringue, sneezed on braised endive, and as for the cream of mushroom soup, well...
Go ahead, tell him.
You get the idea.
I get the feeling that you couldn't, I mean, just disgusting as that is, I don't think you could get away with doing that for very long. You'd get caught, people would notice, something would happen.
What, like in the face?
Surprise me. Oh. Hit me in the ear!
As far as I know, I think that actually happened. I think I heard he actually hit him in the ear.
Oh, that was perfect.
Ooh. So I think that reaction about getting hit in the ear was kind of genuine.
That really hurts. Right. Hit me again.
It really hurts. Hit me again. Somebody who's numb, trying to feel things. Going to the support groups helped him feel things in one way.
We should do this again sometime.
This helps him feel things in a very different way. But this one's all his. And he has somebody to share it with.
That's me. That's toilet. Good?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know how you shower under that. That's pretty disgusting. Yeah. So later on, when they show this, think about this. Think about just happening upon somebody doing this to themselves in the parking lot.
Hey guys.
Ooh. Nice shot.
Can I be next?
All right, man.
It also seems like it might change the clientele of your bar pretty quick. If every time people come there's people fighting in the parking lot.
The previous occupant had been a bit of a shut-in.
Hey, man, what are you reading?
Just how quick and funny that was.
I am Jack's medulla oblongata. I am Jill's nipple.
Who did he say wrote them? I couldn't hear him. Said there's a whole series of them.
Make my yearly call again. Dad, now what? I don't know. Get married.
You can't get married. I'm a 30-year-old boy.
I'm wondering if another woman is really the answer we need.
There is a true statement in that, as far as how his character feels, but then Tyler going very much into the anti-woman message, starting to show where he's trying to lead him.
I should have been looking for a new condo. I should have been haggling with my insurance company.
Yeah, I wonder at this point if Marlo wonders where he is, because he's not showing up in any of the groups.
I showed this already to my man here. You liked it, didn't you?
I get the feeling that was not the no-look pass you were looking for.
It was on the tip of everyone's tongue. Tyler and I just gave it a name.
This is already starting to feel a little cult-like, even at this moment.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
I mean, out of 8 rules, 2 of them are don't talk about what we're doing. This is a secret. That now seems a bit more deliberate about Tyler not wanting to know what he was doing to this group of guys down here. Or not wanting anyone to know.
But Fight Club only exists in the hours between when Fight Club starts and when Fight Club ends.
Yeah. Very much already feeling like a cult. The way they deal with each other, the way they deal with being part of Fight Club.
That what a man looks like?
Self-improvement is masturbation. Now self-destruction.
Our narrator also keeps changing based on who's influencing him, based on where he is. Or maybe it's just Tyler. Maybe this is the first time it's happening. But he's starting to sound like Tyler.
When the fight was over, nothing was solved, but nothing mattered. Afterwards, we all felt saved. Sometimes Tyler spoke for me.
Fell down some stairs.
Wow, a classic abuse line. I wouldn't say nothing was solved. Again, it's similar to the support groups. You having a chance to emotionally drain yourself, to emotionally express what you feel like you need to express. And it's like an emotional reset. Get out your frustrations, that kind of thing.
Hello?
I haven't seen you at any support groups.
How do you know?
I cheated.
Yeah, Marla would cheat. She probably actually wanted to see him, and so probably never intended to continue just going to the one she agreed to.
This could go on for hours.
So you're staying in tonight then?
Do you want to wait and hear me describe that? Do you want to listen and see if my spirit can use a phone?
Yeah, Marla's looking for somebody too. She tried to seem as though she was this kind of self-contained, really didn't give a shit kind of person when they first met, but obviously she missed him.
Tyler's door was closed. Tyler's door was never closed.
Yeah, that's certainly a different thing to wake up to than what he's been used to.
You won't believe this dream I had last night. Yeah, I can hardly believe anything you had last night.
Houston, we have a problem. Something's gone very wrong.
What are you doing here? What? This is my house. What are you doing in my house?
You.
Yeah, her confusion is very, very warranted looking at this in hindsight. Imagine that.
Oh, you got some up friends, I'm telling you.
Although I'm sure there's toxic relationships out there that have been worse than that.
So he come in last night. Bones off the hook. Guess who's on the other end?
I already knew the story before he told it to me.
Have you ever heard a death rattle before?
I mean, Tyler is exactly the kind of person that would... I mean, he rolls the dice on anything. Something to do, something to create some chaos with.
Oh, somebody call the cops.
How would anybody have known what was going on in her apartment? Oh, maybe she called somebody else.
Used to be a charming, lovely girl. She's a monster. Good luck trying to save her.
She's sitting there bad-mouthing herself to them as they're trying to break down the door to save her.
You're not into her, are you?
No, God, not at all.
He is Jack's complete sense of delusion.
Say anything about me or what goes on in this house to her or to anybody. We're done.
Now promise me. Okay. You promise? Yeah, I promise. Promise. I just said I promise. What? It's 3 times you promise.
Yeah, that should have been a big red flag. I mean, there's tons of red flags in here, but that should have been a big red flag to begin with is Tyler's constant, don't talk about anything we're doing. Don't talk about Fight Club. Don't talk about what goes on in this house. Don't talk about anything. What was Tyler so afraid of? Is a question that should have been asked long before then. It sounds like they're going to rip down that house. Barely standing already.
Yes, these are bruises from fighting. Yes, I'm comfortable with that. I am enlightened.
That's the message I get looking at you. You seem enlightened. I mean, you seem happy. You seem like everything's going well.
It seems that someone sprayed Freon into your front door lock.
No, I wasn't aware of that at all.
I am Jack's cold sweat.
Why would he have a cold sweat? He didn't do that, at least as far as he knows. Like, there would be genuine surprise because he not supposed to know any of this.
The dynamite
left
a residue of ammonium oxalate potassium chloride. It means it was homemade.
I get the feeling at this point he's starting to sense that maybe Tyler did it, especially considering they're talking about homemade dynamite. He seemed far too nervous for somebody who's not supposed to know what happened to his condo.
Someone loved it intensely for one day, then tossed it. Bam. It's on the side of the road.
Yeah, all of this makes a lot more sense in hindsight. Seemed a lot stranger the first time around. Not to say some of it's not still strange.
You can borrow it sometime.
Get rid of her.
But that means that Marla is somebody to put up with, like, toxic, abusive relationships.
You know, you are such a nutcase. I can't even begin to keep up.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah, he's such a nutcase, yet she keeps coming back, either because she's lonely or because she actually cares about him. And he has cared more about her than he's been willing to admit from the beginning.
What are we doing tonight?
Tonight, we make soap.
Really?
To make soap, first we render fat.
I totally forgot about the order of events in this movie. I did not remember that we had Fight Club already underway before they ever got to the soap making part.
The best fat for making soap comes from humans. Wait, what is this place? A liposuction clinic.
There was something about this, about the idea of making this with fat that people paid to get rid of and then selling it back to them. Yeah, I wonder what they used for that. That was definitely gross.
If you were to add nitric acid, you got nitroglycerin. If you were then to add sodium nitrile, a dash of sawdust, you got dynamite.
Tyler was full of useful information.
Now,
useful information. I don't think that's useful unless you're planning to something up, which obviously comes into play later.
This is lye, the crucial ingredient.
Yeah, I would have been suspicious at that moment.
This is a chemical burn. I've heard more than you've ever been burned.
Jeez. What a thing to throw him into the deep end with.
Our fathers were models for God. If our fathers bailed, what does that tell you about God?
Yeah, all of this is coming from a very toxic place. This is not someone you should be taking life advice from.
First, you have to give up. First, you have to know, not fear, know that someday you're gonna die.
You don't know how this feels.
Again, we have Tyler mixing reasonable ideas with really messed up ideas. You have to know that one day you're going to die. Yeah, facing your mortality is probably important, but our fathers being the models for God and our fathers left. So what does that mean about God? I'm not trying to make any arguments for or against God, but that's bullshit logic. Tyler is definitely not someone you should be listening to for life advice.
The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. You find this, what would you do?
Stalk from office to office with a semi-automatic weapon.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that even in 1999, you should not only be fired, you should be arrested. You basically just threaten people's lives.
And I used to be such a nice guy. Well, maybe you just shouldn't bring me every little piece of trash you happen to pick up.
I mean, I know that was supposed to be a moment of him kind of like taking back his power and telling his boss to go to hell, scaring him, but yeah.
I need you to check and see if there's a lump in my breast.
I don't know about this, Marla.
Please.
She didn't call Tyler. I'm neutral in her book.
No, see, this is the thing. Because of what we know about the future, you have slept with her, but you weren't willing to check her for cancer, meaning you don't really give a shit about her, but she doesn't have anyone else, so she had to say please, which sounded like a genuine vulnerable moment from her.
Right there.
Make sure.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you. Could check your prostate.
I mean, that's quite an offer. Not something you generally do casually, though.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. See you around.
Again, a lot more sympathy for Marla after you know what's going on, watching it in hindsight.
Still remaining men together?
Oh no, I got something so much better now. First rule is, I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Bob is still very sweet and caring for somebody who's a part of Fight Club.
Supposedly, he was born in a mental institution, and he sleeps only 1 hour a night. He's a great man. Do you know about Tyler Durden?
Oh, God. So we're already turning him into a mythic figure, a legend, and a cult leader. Again, he's a great man. Do you know about Tyler Durden? Have you heard the philosophy? Have you been saved by your local Fight Club?
Thank you for this.
Go into an entirely different Fight Club, because they're opening up everywhere now.
I look around. I see a lot of new faces. Shut up! Which means a lot of you have been breaking the first two rules of Fight Club.
It's probably why those are the first two rules, is because as soon as you tell them not to talk about it, that's all they want to do. Because he actually does want more people to join. He's a cult leader. He needs followers.
Working jobs we hate, so we can buy shit we don't need. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives.
Again, this whole message has true things mixed into it and messed up stuff mixed into it.
We'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't. We're slowly learning that fact, and we're very pissed off.
Be angry. Lash out at the world. Take your anger out on others. Blame them. Take no responsibility for yourself. They all did it to you. You're a victim.
There's a sign on the front that says Lou's Tap. I'm Lou.
This guy's apparently in a relationship with Lou. He did say he was Lou.
You should join our club. You and your friend.
Oh, right in the gut. That's how Houdini died. I was about to say, that'd be interesting to see Lou in a fight.
No, I didn't quite catch that, Lou.
I do love this part. You're just antagonizing him.
Still not getting it.
It's like you're trying to threaten a guy.
I got it. I lost
it. You're trying to threaten a guy as part of a group who leads a group where all they do is sit around punching each other. You're trying to threaten him with punching him. This is probably not that much of a threat.
Oh, that's right, Lou. Get it out. Shut up. Oh, yeah!
Lou thinks he's being a big tough guy here. He's in a room surrounded by people, half of which could probably take him apart. And there's the payoff.
You don't know where I've been, Lou. Right! I want your word, Lou! I want your word! I'm my mother's word.
Just nightmare fuel for Lou. This dynamic of Tyler being pulled off of him, holding on, covered in his own blood, and still in the kind of authoritative position.
Thanks, Lou. You too, big guy. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I don't know if they're ever coming back. Lou's gonna have nightmares about that for the rest of his life. That was funny, though. Okay, I got it. I lost it.
Each one of you has a homework assignment. You're gonna start a fight with a total stranger, and you're gonna lose.
I feel like this is when we cross a line, when he starts giving them assignments out in the real world. Take this thing that they're doing and go start influencing people around you. I mean, he got a priest to get into a fist fight with him.
I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
That's a meme. I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
Are you threatening me?
No.
Get the out of here. You're fired.
I have a better solution.
I don't think that's someone you just fire and let out in the world, because then he does all those things.
My job will be never to tell people these things that I know, so I can do this job from home.
Yeah. You thought that you could just fire him. He doubled and tripled down on it. And this is pretty brilliant. However you feel about the ideology of this movie. Ooh, or rather Tyler's ideology.
That hurt.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Oh God, no, please, no! For some reason, I thought of my first fight with Tyler.
Yeah, for some reason. Wonder why. Not like there's direct crossover. Yeah, the glass in the hand. He's terrified. Absolutely incredible revenge.
Give me the paychecks like I asked, and you won't ever see me again. Thank God. Please don't hit me again.
It is... I mean, you have to give him credit. It was a brilliant plan. He terrified the hell out of him, confused the hell out of him, and made it look like he beat the shit out of him.
Tyler was now involved in a class action lawsuit with the Pressman Hotel over the urine content of their soup.
Tyler's involved in a class action lawsuit over the thing he was doing at the Pressman Hotel.
Raymond K. Hessel, 1320 Southeast Banning, Apartment A. Small, cramped basement apartment, Raymond.
How did you know?
Because they give basement apartments letters instead of numbers.
He's terrorizing this guy, but then there's some endearment after it because he does it supposedly to help somebody to do something they actually wanted to do.
What did you want to be, Raymond K. Hessel?
Veterinarian, too much school.
Would you rather be dead?
Quite an ultimatum. Would you rather die than go after the thing you always wanted to be? Weirdly motivational in a very messed up way.
If you're not on your way to becoming a veterinarian in 6 weeks, you will be dead. Now run on home.
Tyler's version of doing a good deed. Pretty messed up.
Tomorrow will be the most beautiful day of Raymond K. Hessel's life.
You had to give it to him.
Come on.
He had a plan. The ability to let that...
And then you forgive him a little bit because the gun was actually empty. But it's not just, doesn't take away the fact that he still terrorized a guy, making him think that he was going to kill him in a parking lot.
You're not your job. You're not how much money you have in the bank. You're not your khakis. You were the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world.
Again, you're not all these things. And I think that's true. You're not your possessions. You're not your materialism. But his assessment of what you are is deeply problematic.
You still going to groups?
Yeah, Chloe's dead. Do you care?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it in a while.
It was the smart move on her part.
Oh, Chloe didn't wait to find out, or didn't wait for it to happen to her. She ended things herself. Sad story of Chloe. Hard place to be. That's really, really sad.
Why does a weaker person need to latch on to a strong person?
What do you get out of it?
That's not the same thing at all. I mean, it's totally different with us. We're...
Us?
Yeah, this is where it starts to fall apart. And this conversation is way different now knowing. She's talking about the two of them because that's the only two people that are there. He's talking about her and Tyler versus him and Tyler.
What is that?
Don't worry about it.
Mike, who did this?
A person.
How is it possible that she didn't notice that before? He's had that for a while now.
This conversation
is over.
Is over.
I just can't win with you, can I?
Yeah. It would be pretty maddening at this point. Everything he's put her through.
Hey, why do we need bunk beds?
Too young. Sorry.
Yeah, this is definitely when we start crossing over into cult territory, or homegrown group, more like.
If the applicant then waits for 3 days, he may then enter and begin his training.
Training for what?
Yeah, exactly. Training for what, Tyler? Training for you to have a small army of your chaos soldiers.
You're too young to train here. End of story. Now quit wasting our time. Get the fuck out of here.
Also, the fact that Ed Norton's character, the narrator, was, as soon as Tyler said that, was on board immediately. He went out and automatically was on program.
$300 personal burial money?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Creepy, creepy, creepy cult soldier stuff.
You're too old, fat man.
Wow, so that was him that said it to it. Bob's supposed friend. And then went back and said, hey, I was just kidding. Don't leave yet. I think this might be the first time I'm watching this from the perspective of like, okay, what are all these people actually seeing, given what we know?
Space monkey, ready to sacrifice himself for the greater good.
Again, these phrases we're using, sacrificing for the greater good. What greater good?
You're too blonde!
We're coming up with ideology and dogma for our sick little cult.
Tyler built himself an army.
We are the all-singing, all-dancing crap of the world. We are all part of the same compost heap.
I mean, again, there's positive and negative messages in this. To say, hey, we're all connected, you shouldn't buy into materialism, we're not our possessions, things like that. There are positive things in that. But to say none of you are worth anything, none of you even have a name, none of you have value, everything's pointless, just complete nihilism.
This is one of many recent acts of vandalism around the city, somehow related to underground boxing clubs.
They have a decent amount of information to understand it's tied to underground fight clubs. Doesn't seem like something they would normally do.
What the f did you guys do?
Yeah, that is a cult carrying out their first mission, or a group carrying out their first mission. Truly Project Mayhem, just create chaos. Ooh, forgot that he hit him. Tyler, well, I guess not. I was going to say Tyler's the only one not wearing a mask, but I guess there's one or two other people not wearing masks.
We cook your meals. We haul your trash. We connect your calls. We drive your ambulances. We guard you while you sleep. Do not with us.
I mean, it is a powerful message. We're in every place that you take for granted. Fear us and don't mess with us, basically.
I am Jackson Flame's sense of rejection.
And so also, especially what happens with him, he gave him a bunch of encouragement and then did this. Same person. Talk about mixed messages. Broke his own rules of Fight Club when you're supposed to stop a fight, to the point that even your own followers quit cheering.
Where'd you go, psycho boy?
I felt like destroying something beautiful.
Guy goes limp, you were supposed to stop. He very much did not.
Get him to a hospital.
Yeah, we have some crazy turnarounds in this movie.
Guys, what would you wish you'd done before you died? Paint a self-portrait. Build a house. And you?
I don't know. Nothing.
Tyler is flat out nuts. Personal growth with a gun to your head. Seems deeply problematic and also incredibly dangerous to the people around you.
Take the wheel. Look at you! You're pathetic! Why do you think I blew up your condo?
He knew. He knew from the moment that he said homemade dynamite. That sounded too much like Tyler.
Let go!
All right, fine.
He felt a connection to this person. He felt a connection to what they created together, at least in the beginning. He's more scared to lose that than he is to lose anything else, it feels like.
We just had a near-life experience.
He's had a near-life experience. This, unfortunately, has some really negative places it could go. They're doing things just more and more just to try to make themselves feel alive, to make themselves feel some kind of emotion, some kind of connection, something.
And then
Tyler?
Tyler was gone.
So this gets a little confusing as far as who's where when, based on what happens.
You are not a beautiful, unique snowflake. You understand me?
The house had become a living thing, wet inside from so many people sweating and breathing.
You are not special. You do not mean anything. Breaking people down, almost to like the military where they break you down into just follow orders. You know what I mean? You don't have morals. They provide your morals. I guess that goes more into cult thinking.
It's under control, sir.
Where's Tyler?
The first rule of Project Mayhem is you do not ask.
Right.
Yeah, these people have to be out of their mind to follow someone like this too, when he's quite clearly not well. To them, he is Tyler, and he goes around half the time asking, where's Tyler?
Can I come in? Tyler isn't here. Tyler's gone.
Yeah. That is extra cold and messed up, understanding what's actually happening. Poor Marla. And then there's Bob.
What?
They shot Bob.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until someone dies, isn't it?
You morons. You're running around in ski masks trying to blow things up? What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, that's a fair point. You're going to run into law enforcement and someone's going to get shot.
In Project Mayhem, we have no names.
This is a man, and he has a name. And it's Robert Paulson.
In death, a member of Project Mayhem has a name.
Oh, God. They've broken them down so much that they don't even deserve names. They don't deserve identities. They are part of the same organism, the same mechanism. And now he is inadvertently added to the ideology.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Shut up! This is all over with!
If you die in service of Project Mayhem, you deserve an identity. You get your individuality back. He's just weaponized them even further, intending to at all.
I could look at 50 different bars and somehow I just knew.
I guess he already made all these trips as Tyler, and now is making them again as himself.
Who do you think I am?
You're Mr. Durden. You're the one who gave me this.
Yep. And we have our first direct statement in that direction.
Marla, it's me. Have we ever had sex?
What kind of stupid question is that?
Yeah. At this point, this question has to seem completely ridiculous to her.
You love me, you hate me. Was that a pretty accurate description of our relationship, Tyler?
We have just lost cabin pressure.
Yeah. Your whole sense of reality just got turned upside down. Nothing is ever the same ever again.
I ask you for one thing.
Why do people think that I'm you?
You already know, as he's about to say.
Why would anyone possibly confuse you with me?
You've suspected for a while, you just don't want to admit it to yourself. But now the memories are starting to come back.
You got it.
No.
Say it.
Because we're the same person.
Yeah, he's been feeling it for a while. He has to have been.
I look like you want to look. I like you want to I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all the ways that you are not.
It's very true. When you look at Tyler and how he behaves, the things he does, all of this, it's all very erratic. It's all very impulsive. It's completely unrestrained. But there is a problem with living completely that way.
You're insane. And we simply do not have time for this crap.
It's called a changeover. The movie goes on, and nobody in the audience has any idea.
Yeah, and that's what Tyler gets out of it. Tyler knows he's just a personality, but again, we have a situation where we have a personality who's trying to take over. They want control. And so they're trying to piece by piece phase out the primary personality.
Have I been going to bed earlier every night? Have I been Tyler longer
Yeah.
and longer?
Tyler made all kinds of changes so you can't mess with his plan. Now you're literally fighting a battle against yourself.
Yeah, with enough soap, we can blow up just about anything.
Hence all the talk about making homemade explosives comes back into focus. They are about to blow up just about anything.
Marla, they almost broke my arm! They were burning their fingertips with lye. The stink was unbelievable.
They were burning their fingertips with lye. Just doing it for fun, apparently. They're not even doing the back of the hand burn.
I'll just have a coffee, thanks.
Sir, anything you order is free of charge, sir.
That, I thought I remembered that. That's the lead singer from the band Live. I forgot that he had a cameo in here.
The full extent of our relationship wasn't really clear to me up until now, for reasons I'm not going to go into, but...
At least he's trying to protect Marla, and he cares. Otherwise he wouldn't be.
I really like you, Marla.
You do?
I really do.
Also just somewhat out of a sense of responsibility, I'm sure.
I need to leave town for a while. Get out of any major city and just go camping or something.
You're an insane person.
I mean, it is a little insane to recommend that Marla's going to go camping. I don't know if I can envision that.
You're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
That would have been incredibly ominous if that ended up being it. Like she died and that was the last thing we ever heard from her. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Chapters have sprung up in 5 or 6 other major cities already. This is a tightly regimented organization.
And they think it's all just this incredible test to make sure that nothing can stop them. Even him. Even if he knows everything. Crazy.
Why credit card companies?
If you erase the debt record, then we all go back to 0.
Yeah. Erase the debt record. That's one we see come back in other places. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to spoil things for people.
You're a brave man to order this. You said if anyone ever interferes with Project Mayhem, even you, we gotta get the balls.
They think he's doing it just as a absolute true believer to like catalyze the troops.
Get away from me! Get down on the floor! First person comes out this door gets a lead salad!
Did you hear what he said? Lead salad. That's your leader there. That's the kind of threat he comes up with. Can't say I've ever heard that one before.
What the are you doing? Running around your underpants? Man, you look like a crazy person.
He's not wrong. I think that's the crazy person uniform. Either that or what Tyler's wearing. Yeah. Now we don't have to adhere to any kind of realistic physics because he knows Tyler's a figment of his imagination. He can appear anywhere. And there you are. Just an innocuous white van parked at the bottom of the parking structure. Filled with a whole bunch of canisters of not very nice stuff.
The buildings are empty. Security, maintenance, all our people.
Bob is dead.
You want to make an omelet, you gotta break some eggs.
No.
Yeah. This is an antagonistic force inside of our narrator. It is not the person we've been watching this whole time. Because he would never say that about Bob.
Oh, heavens no, not the green one. Pull anyone but the green one. I asked you not to do that.
He could have gone further to try to make him afraid to pull the green one. Kind of signaled toward it pretty heavily.
You are now firing a gun at your imaginary friend near 400 gallons of nitroglycerin!
That is the one way you can make him scared. Not to fire into him, because that's not going to do anything. But blow yourself up, no more Tyler. The narrator having a fight with himself. Ooh. Dude threw himself down a set of stairs. I'm surprised Tyler would be willing to risk that one. Could die that way.
This is it. The beginning.
Very literally, where we started.
I still can't think of anything.
Flashback humor.
Very meta joke. Even they know that we flash back from the beginning to this. And we see Marla's bus pull up.
Why is she here?
Tying up loose ends.
That is disappointing. He really tried to protect her from all of this.
We are doing this. This is what we want.
No, I don't want this.
Right, except you is meaningless.
See, it's not... Tyler is not who he really is, and Tyler is not what he really wants. Tyler is an antagonistic alternate personality trying to take over.
Take some responsibility.
I am responsible for all of it, and I accept that.
Have I ever let us down? How far have you come because of me?
He's arguing for his existence. As much as he doesn't like him at this point and is frustrated by him, he doesn't exist without him. At least until he can take over totally. Which I'm sure is what he's trying to do.
I got it in your hand. It's in my hand.
Ah, he's starting to believe he is the one.
Doesn't change a thing.
Except, changes this.
Why you want to put a gun to your head?
Not my head, Tyler. Our head.
Yeah, it's the one and only thing you can threaten him with. How would you like to not exist, Tyler?
Hey, it's you and me. Friends.
Interesting, Tyler trying to talk him down, of all people.
I want you to really listen to me. My eyes are open.
Ooh. He basically looked Tyler in the eye as he killed him.
What's that smell?
Pretty huge symbolic separation from an identity trying to take you over.
Are you all right, sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay.
You look terrible.
Oh, yeah, I'm okay. You know, I do this all the time, every Thursday.
You look really awful. You need medical assistance.
I'm fine.
Oh.
You know, I just do it to clear my sinuses, guys. Really, I'm all right. That, and I just killed, you know, this Tyler Durden guy you guys won't stop talking about.
Hi, Marla.
Oh my god, your face.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm surprised he could talk after that. I don't think he would be able to, even if he survived.
Who did this?
I did, actually.
tons of gauze.
That's the sad thing. They both actually care about each other. They could have just been together if he could have let go of all the rest of this garbage.
I'm really okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
And he could have avoided creating a cult, basically.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a stranger time. Holding hands as the world burns. And that is it. That is all there is, folks. Let's go to the wrap-up. And that is where we leave it, folks. A little bit of Where Is My Mind by the Pixies, buildings collapsing, our narrator and Marla holding hands. Iconic shot. And of course, the spliced in pornographic frame, just for consistency. Fight Club is definitely a unique story, a unique book, a unique movie, and one that I feel like has been drastically misunderstood, as I said earlier. It was interesting watching it back this time and kind of examining from the other direction. I don't know if I've done that before. Okay, what were these people seeing during all of this? Like, we know after watching, obviously, that Tyler Durden and our narrator are the same person. So what were the relationship dynamics? Like, what was happening in real time that these people were experiencing outside of the delusion? And Marla in particular, man, that was just, I'm surprised she didn't leave sooner, but that was just back and forth, just cruel, absolutely cruel, some of the stuff that she went through. But talking about Fight Club as a misunderstood story, I think the only way you can misunderstand this story is if you take it at the most surface level understanding of it possible. There's one key point that is important that completely dispels the way I've heard a number of people misinterpret this movie. Tyler Durden is not a hero at any point in this movie. He's not. He makes some good points about consumerism and being owned by your possessions and identifying yourself with status and the things you buy and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like that's important. I mean, people can get into discussions about how you feel about that. But then his solutions for all those problems are horrible. They're absolutely horrible. They're nihilistic and destructive. And I'm not trying to advocate for one view of the world or another. But I generally believe in a sense of treat people the way you want to be treated and don't do harm out in the world. And Tyler's message, again, it's funny, I'm sitting here looking at the suggested movies that came up after this, and Joker was one of them. But it doesn't even remind me as much of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker as it reminds me of Heath Ledger's Joker. This idea that everything is pointless. Nothing matters. That's what Joker's philosophy is. Everything's a joke. It's ridiculous to care about anything. It's ridiculous to think anything's important. And he's just ahead of the curve in understanding that. That's what Tyler thinks. Tyler's basically Joker. And then he creates a cult of a bunch of other people who also feel that way. Or he gets to also feel that way. He breaks down who they are. He takes, I don't know if I want to say desperate, but in some cases desperate, lost people, people who have a feeling that they lack an identity or they lack connection to things, and turns them into what a lot of people end up turning people in positions like that into, something horrible a lot of times. I mean, some people actually care and try to help people that find themselves in positions like that, and some people use that to their advantage and take people into some horrible directions, turn them into some horrible things, get them to do some horrible things. The one thing that was always missing from Tyler's perspective was any sense of responsibility for yourself. It was all whiny crybaby stuff of, oh, we are the victims. This has all been done to us. And it's like, well, where's your responsibility in the equation? You kind of went along with it. Maybe the simplest solution is just that you take responsibility for your part in it and refuse to participate in it anymore. Go and find a better way for you to live. Find a way that has more purpose, more meaning, that involves things you care about and puts good out in the world. Instead of blaming the whole world for your problems and devoting yourself to nothing more than creating chaos at every turn because you think everything is pointless, life is pointless, anything is pointless. There are a lot of things out there that are pointless. This movie has some very fair criticism of some of them. I mean, this was really before social media got going, but that would be on the table, I'm sure. Again, money, possessions, fame, all of it. What's it all really worth at the end of the day, and how much do people obsess over it? There's a fair argument to be made about those things. But again, his solutions are completely wrong. And again, he's not the hero. What happens? At the end of the story, he's destroyed. And I wouldn't say that our protagonist is a hero. But our protagonist is the one that we've been following. We're on the journey with him. So he goes from this place where he feels lost, disconnected, although, completely soaked into these ideas of what you're supposed to want in society. That idea that you're going to be complete. That idea that I'm going to buy the right things and do the right things and everything, my life is going to be perfect and then I'll be happy. No. You can't rely on other people to tell you what it is that's going to make you happy. I mean, you can, like therapists and things like that can help you figure it out, but it's like, it's inside of you. You have to figure out inside yourself what's going to make you happy. And hopefully what's going to make you happy that doesn't bring harm to anybody else. And hopefully doesn't bring harm to you either. But those things aren't going to make you happy, and then following this crazy ideology of Tyler's isn't going to make you happy. He felt lost and isolated and alone, and then he started going to these support groups. And they were support groups for things that he didn't have, so it found like this subversive thing, like he was stealing something, going to these places that he kind of didn't feel like he had a right to go. Although there were probably support groups for the stuff he actually was dealing with. There's probably support groups for insomniacs and all this other kinds of stuff. And there's therapy and all of it. But what he found there was, he said, giving up. It wasn't giving up, it was letting go. It was finally letting go emotionally. It was finally letting go of all of this stuff you'd been holding inside that you didn't know how to get out of you. And then you finally were able to decompress and he could sleep again and all the rest of this. And for some reason, Marla being there bothered him and he couldn't do it anymore because he had some other thing that was blocking him. It wasn't her fault. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She was there doing the same thing he was. They were very much alike from the beginning, even though they were different in certain ways. And then he found Tyler and found this other thing by accident, it seemed like, that did the same thing, or maybe even did a better job at helping him release the tension in him, all of the emotions in him, helped him get it out. But then he was so desperate to hold on to this connection with Tyler, even as it got more and more and more toxic, that he accepted stuff he shouldn't have. Stuff was going on that he didn't even really know about, but like this whole thing was happening around him, and there were several times at which he could have left and said, I'm not going to be part of this anymore, not knowing, again, obviously, that he and Tyler were the same person at that point. And he didn't, because ultimately he made choices about this connection, this thing he had with Tyler that made him finally feel alive, that made him finally feel connected, made him feel free. That was more important to him than looking around and saying, oh, there's some really troubling things going on around here. Even before all the other stuff was happening. Tyler kept talking about explosives, and he kept talking about all this other true believer stuff. It should have been red flags all over the place. But this person was lost, our narrator was lost himself, looking for purpose, looking for meaning, and Tyler was helping to recreate that for him. It wasn't until the end that he realized that he didn't want or need any of that stuff. That really, if he had just gone and had a relationship with Marla, or at least done something like that was a bit of a healthier direction, still dysfunctional, messed up in its own way, but at least he wasn't going to hurt anybody, and would have maybe found something that made him happy. I'm interested to read the comic book. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I never read it. But there's a comic book sequel to this, as I said. It's just called Fight Club 2. Chuck Palahniuk was involved in it. Just to see what happens. Like, is Project Mayhem still around? Does he deconstruct it somehow? Like, what happens? I always enjoy this movie. It always makes me think. It always takes me through certain emotions and ideas. Again, this movie has changed meaning for me kind of to some degree, or my understanding of it is kind of deepened over time. I really enjoy it. I'm glad to watch it again and explore it with all of you. Let me know what you think about it. What are your thoughts about this movie? It's a complicated one. Let me know what you think it means and what you think it's talking about. It's one of the great things about art, is it can mean different things to different people. Thanks for being here to watch this one with me today. Before we get out of here, one more time, I want to go ahead and invite you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over on the Patreon right now. There's other full-length reactions to movies over there, exclusive television show reactions, all kinds of stuff. I hope you go over there and check it out and consider becoming a patron. Any help that you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And also a special thank you to my Seen Everything patrons, Aunt Vess and Stevie. Thank you so much for your support. That is all I have to say here. I appreciate you watching this one with me, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.